What's going on, gang? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at GenerationToy J4s, otherwise known as GenerationToy Jazz. This figure is modeled after a Porsche. I'm not sure which Porsche it's modeled after. It definitely does not look like one from the 80s, but rather one of the more modern styled ones. It's a very nice looking Porsche in a pearl white color scheme that feels good in the hand. Spoiler on the back is a little bit flimsy, but it has nice rubber tires and rolls with no problem whatsoever. It does come with a gun that can be mounted on the roof of the vehicle mode, like so, and it can go up and down, so you could get some kind of, well, positioning for the gun. Unfortunately, it is just a hole in the roof. Nothing really special going on there. Overall, the vehicle mode is quite nice and very reminiscent of the original figure with a modern styling. I greatly appreciate that. Jazz's transformation is a bit on the complex side. To start off with, we're going to come underneath the area just behind the wheels and fold down this square section, or square-ish section, and then reach around and flip out this little tab. With that tab flipped out, we'll then fold it down over the little engine-looking spoiler section and peg it into place with the little tab that we just flipped out. Keeping that section pointed straight up, we'll come over to the front of the vehicle mode and flip up these blue and silver pieces. This is actually a little bit tricky because I can never get my finger in there, so I end up having to use the gun. Next, grab the wheels and fold them out from the sides of the car. And then grab the whole section here where the little blue pieces are and fold them all the way back to the underside of the car like that. Next, grab what's obviously the forearms and fold them up at roughly a 45-degree angle from the underside of the vehicle. They do peg in, so you do have to unpeg them. And once you do that, you can then fold them outside the vehicle mode. So what happens is the tires get flipped up to the top of the vehicle mode like that. Next, we're just going to get the arms situated so that they are pointing straight down and the shoulders are pointing straight down, and then come to the front of the forearms, open them up, and flip out the hands. This next bit is more for aesthetic reasons than functional. So what we want to do is take the tire and pull the tire up so that the double hinge gets all the way up into the wheel well. Then take the arm and collapse that hinge that the arm is on up into where that wheel well is, and then the wheel will sit on top of the shoulder. Next, we'll take the struts that had the blue parts on it and fold them up to the top of the shoulder, like that. And you really don't have to. You can if you want to. You don't have to. You can actually just leave them down, or it's just an aesthetic choice. Then we'll open up the doors like that. Come to behind the doors and flip down the windshields. Then come to the roof of the vehicle mode and shimmy the roof and the front of the, or I should say the top middle part of the hood away from the figure. And then come to the back and flip up part of the rear windscreen and rear roofline. Then go to the underside of the rear of the vehicle mode, and the silver sections will flip straight down. The silver sections are then attached to these little blue parts at the back of the vehicle mode, which look like kind of like muffler lights. They will then fold out to the outside of the vehicle mode. And then we can grab just above the silver parts and flip out these little doors. Next, grab the entire rear vehicle section and flip it out away from the vehicle mode. Then on the inside of the vehicle mode, right above where the tires were, these little windows will then flip out and fold down into place to be hidden away, like so. And this is where things get a little strange. What we're going to do is grab the spoiler and push it up towards the roof line, and then come to the inside by splitting them apart. Come to the inside, and then the rear bumper will actually fold up into the inside of the leg. So fold that up and inside, and it will actually peg into place right there on the muffler. Once that's done, we can then fold the entire knee out fully on both legs. Then we can take the blue and silver pieces that we flipped out and flip them back in, and they will actually peg into the area behind the knee and fold down, and the little silver door will go right onto the inside of the lower back thigh. At least I think that's a thigh. No, thigh's up here, so lower part of the bottom leg. Next, with the wheel facing up and the silver part that was underneath the car facing up, grab the section that will be the foot and fold it back like that, leaving this white section with the black part pointing towards the top of the figure. Reach in here and flip out these little toes. Then collapse these little doors on the inside. Rotate the, what will be the feet around. And that's it. And we do that for the other side as well. So rotate the front around, flip out the heel, and collapse the little door. And then making sure that the hip components, flaps, are out of the way from the rest of the torso, we can then twist the entire lower half of the vehicle, or vehicle mode, into what will be the robot mode section of the legs. Wait, that was not very good English, sorry. But I think you get what I meant. Now you saw the entire front section of the vehicle mode just kind of fell down into place. Well, we don't want it to fall down into place quite yet. What we need to do is fold out the abdomen, flip up the head, and we need to do this now because if we don't, things get a little bit messy. And then there are these little tabs inside the abdomen. These doors will actually fold up to form the sides of the abdomen, but they are incredibly tight and difficult to get to move. And I've tried loosening the screws that they're on, but no dice, so I just kind of have to get my nail in there and force it. Now when that's done, once those bits are flipped up, we can then take the centerpiece, black piece that we first started the transformation with, fold that down, bring the torso section down, reach in, and push this long tab into the abdomen section. And that's actually kind of the hardest part of the transformation, in all honesty. And then we can take the head and bring it up, flip out this little white section so that we don't have a hollow collar, and then bring the head down and it will get pegged into place. Lastly, we take the hood section, fold it down into just underneath the windscreen, and fold the windscreen up and peg it into place just behind the robot mode's head. And it's a very light peg into place. And the robot mode has been completed. The resulting robot mode for Jazz is very nice. This is just a fantastic looking robot mode. The overall feel of the figure is good, it's solid, it's got very tight joints, which I greatly appreciate, and it's just good looking. It's really quite good looking. Posability wise, he has the tilt here in the ankle, forward, back, side to side. He's got a little bit of toe articulation, swivel at the knee, nice solid ratchet at the knee, 90-degree bend, series of ratchets and swivels here in the hips, torso articulation, head is on a ball joint, nice swivels here in the shoulders, elbows, the swivel just above the elbow, hand articulation, and the fingers open and close. The gun is easily held and holds very well. The overall look for Jazz is quite good. From head to toe, it's a very nice looking Jazz mold, and quite frankly, I think this is the best third-party Jazz we've ever gotten. I think this is also the first third-party figure we've ever gotten that's Jazz. Head sculpt is perfect. I can't think of anything better for Jazz. Plus, the figure also has fantastic light piping. Size-wise, Jazz fits comfortably between a current Deluxe and a current Voyager, both obviously from the Titans Returns line. He's actually closer to a Generations class or size class of Deluxe. Unfortunately, I don't have any here, and I mean Generations from about 5 to 10 years ago, not the current crop. Generation Toy should be very proud of the figure that they've produced here. It is of top quality and excellent looking, and I'm going to be really excited to see what else they decide to come up with. I would really hope that they decide to make some, I don't know, a Sunstreaker, a Trailbreaker, or anything for that matter, because I'm probably going to get it after this. This figure is really, really great and definitely belongs in your collection. Thank you so much for watching this video review of GenerationToy Jazz, or J4s, or however you pronounce it. As always, I am Baltmatrix, asking you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time.